Welcome to the channel. I'm Red Cloud, bringing you an up-to-date Fantasy Life Online tier list as of the release of Kiba. So any unit released after Kiba will not currently be on this list, and I will try to keep it updated maybe once every 4 to 6 weeks, so we get a few more units to add onto it. But let's jump straight in to show you B tier. Currently, no one has been dropped down to C tier. There was a bit of discussion about the Cooking Life and the Alchemist Life, but until we get more units that are better than those, I'm not dropping them down to C class just yet. And if you do enjoy the video, please do hit like, and if you aren't already, please do consider subscribing to the channel for me. And yes, you will notice that Hawk has been dropped down to B. This is just because currently in his 5-star state, he is probably the worst DPS unit of all the combat classes. But that will all change when he becomes 6-star later down the line. Also, a new addition into the B tier is Amane. I didn't think she needed to go above or below Terua. Now she sits nicely in B tier. Who knows, in the future that could change, but currently her usefulness is not too great. She had her event, she was useful then, but that's pretty much it. I know it's her role, but you don't see too many users using Amane currently. And then we go up to A tier, and we see a few new additions here. We see Olivia, we see Cliff, and we see Kirklander, who are all nice additions to the game. Olivia was close to being up to S, but I don't think she quite made it. Cliff, out of all the water units we've currently got, so the new ones, we've had Snow, we've had Aqua. Cliff is decent support, but he doesn't have really much damage dealing qualities, so I think A is quite safe for him. He's a nice looking character. I think he's one of my favourite looking characters, but usefulness outside of support unit is not fantastic. Now, looking at Kirklander, again, a decent unit, too good to be dropping down to B, but because of her specialities for the certain recipes for the Kirby Coast, then I think that she deserves to be an A. Not quite as useful as Kennedy in my book, and I think the general consensus when I was talking about the tier list is that Kirklander just didn't quite make it up to S tier. And as I've already mentioned, Hawk has been dropped down because previously he was in A tier, and then we make it up to S tier. And as you will see, there are 2 new units in there. We've got Aqua and Kiba, both very strong units in their own right, but don't just quite make it into the highest tier, but are definitely above A tier for me. Kiba's only been out for a week, but he does look very strong, keeping him at high HP with his sword and the HP recovery that he does have. He's a very useful unit and some decent earth damage coming off of him. Aqua, I really do like. If she wasn't so outclassed by Snow for water damage, then for me, maybe she would have been double S tier. She offers a good deal of damage as well as her support passives as well, so she's got a lot going on for her, and she deserves a place on any sort of water-based team you have going on. But then we get up to the SS tier. Who is up there? No surprises. We have Snow and Glenn. Snow is currently the best damage per second unit in the game. That will change in the future because Glenn can become 6-star in the future and Snow unfortunately cannot, unless things change, that is. And I mean, fingers crossed that things will change, and I really do hope they 6-star all the units in the future, because just picking and choosing a few I think was a terrible decision. But as things stand, Snow is number 1, Glenn is number 2. Glenn still offers incredible damage, especially light damage, and the amount of critical hits he gets as well is very, very good. But because of the speed that Snow has with her charge skills, she can just keep reeling off those charge moves and just really do some decent damage and get to her fury move very, very quickly. But there you have it. This is the current tier list. If you are new to the game, if you are re-rolling an account, getting the units in SS tier and the S tier are the way to go. I haven't really mentioned older units that have been in the previous tier list. So in S tier, you've got Sloan, you've got Haku, you've got Kennedy, you've got Bray. These are all very good units in their own right, but I've only been touching on the newer units because we've already discussed these units in previous tier list videos. But for right now, try and pick up Snow, try and pick up Glenn. Sloan himself is still very close to being SS tier, but I think he's just more better placed in normal S tier. And there you have it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you did enjoy the video, please do hit like, and if you aren't already, then please do consider subscribing to the channel for me. Thanks for watching. Bye.